What's up, brother, man? How are you? I'm doing good. Good to see you, brother. Great to see you, man. Great to see you. Everybody who knows you, myself, anybody around this building, I'm sure everybody in Alabama knows you're one of the happiest, smiley, just most jovial people on the planet. But then everybody watches you on game day, and you're the Terminator. You're a game wrecker. You're dominant. How do you handle switching from nice guy to beast?
Yeah, I think it's what comes with it. Like, I try to stay calm, cool, and collected. We actually had a guy come and talk to us and just talking about like not being too, but like just finding that, that even medium, like you not being overstimulated and stuff like that. And like previously, like years I played football, I would come to the game and I'd be like very overstimulated. So like the smile is like, let me just keep smiling and just smile my way to Sunday. But like, it's just that like that time where I know like, everybody got their little thing that keep them going. But I'm like, bro, like this dude lined up against you. Like he got to put his pads on. Like he want to go against you. And I think that's for me, like, I always stay on edge, and I think that's what I respect about D'Amico so much. Like, he's always talking about being on edge. Like, for me, I feel like I'm never respected. Like, I got to go out there and, like, I got to show it every time I step on the field. So that switch is easy for me to switch. Like, I got to go get it out the mud no matter what it takes.
Yeah. Speaking of being disrespected, I feel like, A, with this game coming up, there's been some people saying it's a bye.
Yeah.
B, you got Pro Bowl, you, Denil.
Yeah.
I think there's some disrespect there. How do you look at all of that?
Yeah. I mean, we just take it and go practice. Like, get ready for Saturday. I think for us, like, our main thing is just we got to focus on what we got to focus on in the building. Like, we can't worry about the outside noise. Like, everybody going to say what they want to say. Everybody got an opinion. But at the end of the day, it always stays in the back of your head what people are saying. So for us, it's just going out and being us on Saturday. Like, we know who we are. We talk about swarming. Swarm going to show up on Saturday. Like, offense and defense, we're going to go out there and dominate.
Yeah. I have two brothers, both played in the league. You have 5 older sisters. Very different.
Very.
But it sounds like a little similar because it sounds like they beat up on you a little bit growing up. Tell me about your family.
They did. Like, I was just telling my teammates, we was all talking about me, Mario, and Tim, we was talking about it, and I was telling them, like, my sisters was rough growing up. Like, they all played sports too. Like, so they played basketball, ran track, did volleyball, basketball, all those good things. And they were just rough. Like, I got so many bruises on me. I got cut with glass. They hit me in the head with weights, locked me in the closet, dressed me up in a giraffe suit, and hung me at the door and let the dog try to bite me. All types of things.
Wait. Hang on. You got to tell that story. They dress you up in a giraffe suit?
Yes. And I don't know what the giraffe suit, like, just made them go crazy. Like, they blacked out anytime they seen it. So my sisters would take me, put me in a giraffe suit, and pick me up and hang me at the door and just crack the door open just a little bit. And let the dogs like try to nibble at me or whatever like that. And I used to be crying every single day when my mom left for work.
No wonder you're a dog out there. This is cake. This is cake. I got 2 brothers. I've never had anything close to that.
It was rough.
Sisters are brutal.
Now, they would come up with anything. I used to cry. I'm like, Mom, please take me to work with you. I'd rather go to work and be bored.
How much older than you are they?
We're all back to back. So my older sister's 31, 30, 27, 26, 25, and I'm 23.
You still close?
We're all close.
They come to games?
All of them. Well, they all had kids now, but like they all pick and choose games. Like my mom sends out the schedule. She say, y'all pick and choose which games y'all want to come to because we know y'all can come to all the games, but they try to make when they can.
Your parents are at every game, right?
Every
Home
game.
and away?
They don't miss a game.
That's incredible,
Yes,
man.
sir.
What does that mean to you to see them at every single game?
Yeah, it means a lot to me. Like, just coming from a 2-parent household, having my dad involved in my life, and it's just special. Like, my mom and my dad, they poured so much into me and my sisters, and to be able to like just see it come to life, like how you treat people, everything like that, like it just comes back on you. And my parents, like, they tried to instill in us like be respectful, do this, do that right, and now you see it come to fruition. And my dad, he's played a big role in my life. Like, he wasn't always at home because he was working, but coming to my practices, like I used to tell people, like I didn't have the dad that were like, put my son in the game, do this. He was like, Coach, if he don't want to go, if he don't want to play, bring him over here with me. Like, that's the type of dad I had. Like, I could hear him. Like, I'll never forget when I got to high school. That's when my whole life had changed. We had a band, the cheerleaders out there, and I could not hear his voice no more. And that was like the best time I started playing my best ball.
I had the same, man. My dad would be like, hey, if he stinks, get him out. Like, I don't want him. I know. I look up in the stands and he's scowling down. I'm like, oh, it's going to be a bad car ride home.
It's going to be a 30-minute talk on the way home.
Just brutal. Might as well go straight to my room. Just keep me home. I've heard on draft night that you wanted to get drafted by the Texans, but then they picked CJ at 2. Walk me through your draft night thoughts.
Yeah, like my agent, Nicole, she already had told me, like, the Texans, they're taking CJ, obviously. Like, they're not going to get you or whatever like that. So she already gave me the heads up. But I was like, I don't care. Like, tell D'Amico I don't care. Like, he needs to do whatever he needs to do to get me to Houston. And on the board, they said they had, switched the pick with the Cardinals. But on the back, like in the green room, it still said the Cardinals was up. So I get a phone call from the Texans, and I'm like, what are they calling me for? And I'm like thinking they just calling me like, because we had a really good relationship. Like, oh, we sorry we couldn't get you, but good luck. And it was D'Amico on the phone saying, we're drafting you, we want you. And I was so happy. Like, I didn't want to go nowhere else but here.
Yeah. How's D'Amico been? Everything you thought he'd be?
Everything I knew he would be. Like, I knew his mentality, I knew his coaching style, how he wanted to run his program, how he wanted his players to play, and he's exceeded everything that I ever could imagine, man. I mean, the way he cares for us, the way he coaches us, I think it's perfect. Like, he still has that player-like mentality. Like, this is how I was as a player, and I need y'all to understand that. And I understand it 100%. I know the guys in the locker room understand it, and I think that's what makes us so good.
I try and explain to people what he's like, because they always ask, like, how did he turn the program around? I'm like, you have to understand, he knows how to handle the people, his personalities, but he's also brilliant.
Yeah.
Like, he's a really good football mind, and in those meetings, you guys can see that and feel that, right?
Most definitely. I feel like more like when we're in a team meeting, and I think you see it more like when he knows every level of each, special teams, offense and defense. I think that just shows, how far ahead he is. Like, he's able to break down what the special teams need to do, break down what the offense need to do, what looks they're going to get, defense, what's our keys to victory, how are we going to go in and win this game. And I think that's what makes him really special. And then just like seeing him coach on the sideline, coaching the offense, coaching the defense, it makes him really special.
Yeah, no, he's a special cat, man. I'm lucky to have played with him. You're lucky to get coached by him. I got to ask about Denil. He's quiet. I think he's one of the most underrated players of the last decade. Because he doesn't talk, I think that's part of it. But, I mean, that man is a cyborg.
Bro, unorthodox. Like, nothing I've never seen. Like, I played with DNs, and I've never seen anything like it before. Like, the way he can maneuver, the way his athletic ability just takes over his instincts, like, not thinking about his rush, no nothing. Like, whatever he gets, he just goes with the flow, and he wins that rush, like, immediately. And he's, like, it's a great balance between us. Like, I'm very like, and when I look over at him, he keeps my demeanor like everything's gonna be good. And I respect him for that. But like, when we get on the field, he's a totally different person. Like, sometimes I don't even know who he is. Like, he gets out there and he just started doing some of the craziest things I've ever seen before. And I feel like he's underrated too. But like, he chops wood every day. Like, he goes to work. Like, he's never like comfortable, like off to the side, like pulling us, hey, let's work our hands. Let's do this. Let's do that. And I think that's what makes him such a great player.
Yeah, he looks like he chops wood every day. That dude is a yoke, dude. I mean, I've never seen anybody walk around pure yoked 24/7.
Veins.
It's insane. It, like, some people, they look like that when they walk out of the weight room after a big lift. Denil just looks like that when he wakes up. It's unbelievable. I've never seen it.
Boy, it's crazy.
And then that move that he made where he jabbed inside, spun back outside, dude, that was one of the cleanest, sickest moves I've seen in a long time.
Bro, the thing about that, like, he'll do it all day. Like, he don't even do it in practice. He don't even do it in practice. He'll just do it on the side. Like, he'll look over it, he'll just be jabbing, spinning, jabbing, spinning, jabbing, spinning. It was like, bro, we ain't gonna pull it out. And then on Sunday, you'll see it. He'll jab and just spin, and it'll be a beautiful thing to see.
So clean. What's your favorite move?
My favorite move right now, like, I like speed to power. Like, that's my game. That's my game. But, like, recently, stab club has been my baby. Like, that's just been my go-to. Like, my thing last year was like, well, you got to get separation at the top. Like, me and D'Amico talked, like, that was my pro goal. Like, that's why I was missing so many sacks. Like, you got to get extension at the top. So, like, my long arm, defeating that outside hand and bringing that rip, like, that's been my go-to this year.
Yeah, I love it. But then that long arm doesn't work unless you actually bull him. So get the weight to come on you, and then you.
I actually seen a clip of you doing that. I don't know who y'all were playing. I want to say it was either the Titans or who, but you had like sold it, and he had sat. As soon as you sat, you hit him with a and it came back inside. It was nice.
There's nothing better than when he puts all of his weight forward, and you're like, bye-bye, baby. It's right over the top. Oh, now you got me dreaming, man. Now you got me dreaming.
Come back.
Oh, when I walked in, I saw the playoff banner on the building, and I remember I was here for the first ever playoff banner on the building, and I'll never forget what it was like knowing that this city hadn't had that. Yeah. And so we were bringing that to them, and now here you guys are in your second year doing it again.
I do got a question for you. So, like, going into the playoffs, like, I know, like, I hear, like, last year I was telling them, like, of course I was a little banged up last year. Didn't even know what NFL playoffs really was. And now that I got a good grasp of it and stuff like that, like, what was your mentality? Like, how did your mentality change to, what separated you? Like, what was that, like, it's a different level now.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of understanding that it's a different level and you have to take your game to a different level, but also understanding a little what you were talking about before, that it's still football. Like, it's still football. You have to go out there, and if you try and play outside of yourself, or if you try and play up to the level of the game, you can take yourself out of it. The reason you're here is because of how you played to get here. So it shouldn't be a complete change to something else, but you should also let that energy and anticipation flow through you and lift you up to another level. The other thing I think I would say is appreciate the gravity of this situation and how special this opportunity is. My first 2 years, I went to the playoffs. We won our first round playoff game, went to the second round and lost, and I'm thinking, it's just a matter of time before I win a Super Bowl. The next year we went 2-14, took me a couple more years to get back there. So don't take this opportunity for granted. Make sure your teammates, make sure everybody understands this is special. We have a chance to do something now. There's 24 teams sitting at home wishing that they were in this dance. You guys are in the dance and you have a chance. Don't take it for granted.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that.
I'm looking forward to watching, man. It's going to be a blast.
I know
and
it
you
is.
know it, like, playoff football there ain't nothing like it.
It's not.
I just hope you, and it seems like you and CJ and the whole crew really do understand what this means to this city and what winning football means. And I hope you take this place to somewhere that I never could. And I wish you all the best, and I love it because of who you are as a person and the way that you handle yourself. So I'm a huge fan. I can't wait to watch you on Saturday, brother.
Appreciate it, JJ. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.